Yo, what's good, y'all? We back with another Dragon's Dogma 2 video. A couple of days ago, I said that I was going to break down the DLC trailer, and of course the letter about the Griffin sightings flying in from the northern region of Norgan. You got to pay attention to the wording in that. The Griffins are flying in from Norgan, flying into the Vermundian region from Norgan. So the Griffin will be taking us to the DLC, as you can see in the trailer. But the reason why I'm emphasizing this is because this is not one of our griffins we're used to seeing. This is a Norgan griffin. Notice this is a white griffin. The griffin is white. It's not the same color as the griffin in the base game. Just look at the image of the base game griffin. It has brown wings and a brown back. The Norgan griffin has white wings and a white back. Okay, now I'm just speculating, but I think this might be the main city for Norgan, and this might be the city in ruins. And right here we have a party of 4, so this might be an Arisen and his 3 pawns frozen in ice. Or not. And now we got our first look at the Yeti, the Cyclops variant. I'm playing Dragon's Dogma on PlayStation 5, but I still try to keep up with the mods a little bit here and there. And I remember when they first came out with the Ogre, the Ice Ogre. It was basically the Yeti. It had ice attacks and everything, if I'm not mistaken. And now what do you know? We got a Yeti. Capcom been watching their mods. It also looks like they've made some major improvements to the environmental destruction. It's like at the beginning of the game with the Cyclops, except they could do it to us now. Speaking of that, it's like you had that one moment in the beginning of the game, and that was it. I hope it's a lot more of that in the DLC. Next we got the Ice Drake. At first glance it might look like he's just using one spell, but it's actually 2 different spells he's using. One, he charges up and uses the ground slam, and in the second clip you can see him on his hind legs in the casting animation, and it looks like he's using a ice version of Meteoron, so I'm just gonna call it a hailstorm. And he even does the same roar at the end of the attack that the base game Drake does. So since we're talking about dragons and we're lacking dragon variants in a game called Dragon's Dogma, I got another theory. I think we're gonna get the Lindworm back. We already have the Lindworm Fang, and the DLC is inspired by a Norse setting, and the Lindworm is of Norse mythology. Okay, in this next clip you can see the Arisen is frozen and the pawn comes to save him. Pretty cool, right? Can't wait to get that in the DLC. But what if I told you we getting that before the DLC? I'm pretty sure this is coming in the August update. They have a section in the patch notes specifically for the pawns, and as you can see right here in this bullet point, it says pawns can now protect the Arisen when they are unable to move. And now we got to look at one of Archer's new skills. Looks pretty flashy. Now we get to style even more with the Archer, and it also looks like the Archer is fighting a direwolf. Remember the direwolves from Dragon's Dogma 1? Looks like they'll be returning, along with a screenshot of some new enemies. I guess they tamed the direwolves. Okay, this is crazy. Is this the return of the cockatrice, or is this a basilisk? Same thing, tomato tomato, but this could actually be a redesign of the cockatrice. And now Fighter has a new skill that helps them close the distance in combat other than Blink Strike, and it also has a little combo with it as well. It doesn't cover as much distance as Blink Strike does, it seems, but looks pretty cool. I would still say take it with a grain of salt, but I think it's safe to say that item descriptions and loading screens are clear indicators of what's to come in the future of Dragon's Dogma. So since we speculated and everything, I think that the God's Beast scale coat might come from this monster right here, the cockatrice or basilisk. The God's Beast scale coat says it's taken from a fossilized monster that is yet to be identified. Could the monster have been fossilized in ice in the new DLC? And it does have the same emerald tone to it, the scales. And one more thing about the cockatrice, in myth they can breathe fire, so maybe they just didn't want to spoil the petrification breath. They knew we'd know it was a cockatrice immediately. Now we gotta look at Magic Archer's new skill. It looks like it has some type of tracking on it, and if you look to your left you can see some ice stalagmites falling, so it looks like we might actually be getting some more of that environmental destruction I asked for earlier in the video. And it looks like we're getting some fan favorite magic skills back. Bronze Tide, let's go. In the next clip you can see a pawn pulling the Arisen up, helping him jump higher up onto the monster. This is also coming in the August update. While grappling a large enemy, pawns can now pull the Arisen up and make them jump higher. Capcom, if you see this, I'm gonna need y'all to fix that. Why is the pawn's hand glowing green? It should be glowing gold. I'm gonna need y'all to be lore accurate. Fix that, please. Thank you. Now I'm pretty sure this is the Bitter Black Island hub. like in the first game where we had Ulrika, and I forgot the other Arisen's name. I think it was like Baroth or something. Now we got the city in ruins, and I guess this is the new Dark Arisen. We got the Sovereign set and this new undead dragon and a new thief skill. Probably one of the coolest looking skills so far they showed. Even Trickster gets love in the DLC. Trickster gets like this new smoke meteor attack. Of course the trailer cuts off before we can see what it does though. Probably nothing, right? And then we get another shot of the undead dragon looking like the gaping dragon from Dark Souls with his chest out. And he's breathing blue fire, so we can definitely, I almost say confirm, but I don't want to say confirm. So we could take an educated guess, a strong educated guess that he's the one that burnt the city down. I want to point out the Hyperboreal Lorica set. It says it belongs to a legendary bull-wielding people of the north. Where does the DLC take place? In the north. Here's a screenshot of one of the NPCs from the north. Here's another screenshot. We found out John Dragon's Dogma DLC wields a bow. He's an archer. So like I said earlier, we could definitely take these item descriptions and these loading screens as hints towards what's to possibly come in the future. Alright y'all, so that's all we got for the trailer breakdown. My next video will be about the Dragon Princess. I know y'all remember that old leak, but that's all I'm gonna say about that for right now. And yeah, drop a like, comment, subscribe if you're new here and you enjoyed the video, and I'm gonna catch you on the next one.